with rain delays, a monsoon coming in tomorrow. It seemed like night one almost didn't happen, but what a way to deliver. And in my opinion, the most compared to tomorrow, the worst of the two nights compared to matches. But we have so much to talk about, and of course, we cannot review a WWE show without Skylar.
Hello.
Are you sad that your shirt they didn't reunite?
Forever will be sad.
She was there
I know. Don't want to talk about it.
tomorrow. There's always tomorrow.
I wish, man.
So of course we gotta start with the rain. So, because that also plays into tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it was around 4:00 where they started open, because that's what they do. They open the doors at 4:00 if you've never been to a Wrestlemania. And I'm not adding you, I'm just sharing. Like, they open the doors at 4. So they let the people in, the wind, the dark clouds, everyone's like Tony Khan planted a storm. And we'll get into Tony Khan's tweet because that's controversial to a T. Vince has to have another wrestling match with God. And so it rains, they have to evacuate the one time. Then they come back and we're almost there. We were this close to then, hello everyone, welcome to WrestleMania. We are in a weather delay, and I collapsed on the floor about 2 feet in front of me. But what they did for the 30 minutes, I liked.
Me too. I feel like it kept the momentum going.
And I liked how all like me and Bill joked like Vince was gonna get the first pop.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
But I like how it wasn't just Vince. Everyone was there. Even people not on the goddamn card.
I saw Mia Yim in the background. I was just like, and she's in gear, and I was like, what's going on?
So is Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Nikki Cross.
Like it was, I mean, good. Like, I'm glad, but it's very weird.
I was very shocked by that, but I liked how they were all out there. And like the first thing was the fans, and even the promo package going into WrestleMania, it wasn't so much about hyping up the matches.
Mm-hmm.
It was that the fans were back because, like Bill and I also said, this is a huge deal because you're gonna have, I don't know if the number is 25 or 40,000. There's been rumblings of like what number it is, but if we can get through 2 nights of Mania with 40,000 and not have any cases, that's a huge deal for the country.
That's big. That's big. Even like we can get a small amount of people coming back to Raw and SmackDown, and like
we can start traveling again. Like these things, like this weekend's not only a test for WWE and like wrestling in general, it's a test for the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very big test.
I mean, they're also in Florida, and they don't use masks.
Oh, we saw it tonight.
Yeah.
We saw that tonight. Everyone on the floor. Good job.
Yeah. Proud.
But what did you think of all the promos besides like just keeping the pace? Like, did you have a favorite?
I loved Drew's. I loved Kevin's, even though it was so weird that he was there. But I feel like they had to find people who could improvise.
But Kevin Patrick was like, we're going to have this match tonight. And I'm like, Kevin Patrick, this match is tomorrow.
He's a newbie. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, we'll get to Rollins where that was very obvious.
But I love Rollins too. But it was just, I think they had to find people who can improvise really well. Because I think they expected it, but not expected it. So like, I don't think there was a script for any of that. And I thought they came out really well.
I think throughout, like when they saw like the rain getting closer and like they already had the evacuation before the kickoff started, I think they had to come up with a plan B. Yeah. So I don't think they were scripted for say, but I think it was, hey, if this were to happen, A, B, C, D, E is going to cut a promo. Because even when like when they were showing the promo for Drew and Bobby, they didn't shut the kickoff's mics off, and you could hear Kayla say, "We have Sarah Schreiber standing by in case we have to do this again."
Oh, okay.
And I was like, production,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
You know what? They keep doing that. Every time they're live, you just hear production and you're like, does no one know?
No, they don't. AEW has their issues too.
Yeah.
But Rollins, Cesaro, Mike.
Cesaro.
I was kind of upset that the black and gold suit did not make its way onto WrestleMania, and it was just like Instagram.
Yeah.
And like those studded glasses, I like that he's kind of ripping off Bret Hart for saying that he was unsafe. It's like karma. But the one thing I liked about Drew's was I actually for a second thought if the reign was going to last like till like 9 o'clock, they were gonna have the match backstage.
Yeah, like I felt that conflict. Like I was texting my brother and he was like, yo, that was so good.
Because the thing is, like, Drew, like, everyone was joking, like, maybe, like, we just can't have Drew be in, like, some sort of main event because COVID
Yeah.
and the rain. So for a second, I was like, are they actually going to do it backstage? Like, I wouldn't mind because that would be pretty interesting. But if I bought a ticket, I'd be kind of pissed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I would be so mad if I brought a ticket and that happened.
Well, let's get into Bobby and Drew with, I think, for both you and I, a very shocking winner.
Yeah, very.
What did you think about it?
It was very typical big strong man match. I think it was the right choice to open up with because I wouldn't be able to sit that through a main event because it was just it was just too strong man for me. Drew McIntyre, fabulous. Bobby, good. But I was very shocked they let Bobby keep the title. I mean, good for him, you know? Like, he's wanted this, like, very happy for him. But, yeah, it was a decent match for me.
I liked it. I mean, you're right. Like, it was very typical strongman. I was shocked with Bobby just because, like, it was a rumor for months. Like, the whole reason Drew lost to The Miz in the first place was because he was going to get his moment of Mania. So it was like, oh, okay. And it makes sense. Like, Drew was the first person to come out to really get that pop, if you don't want to count the beginning of the show.
He wanted to do that since the beginning of COVID, was to be the first person to enter WrestleMania.
Yeah. I was intrigued, too, because you could see, like, the mat was still kind of wet, and the commentators had to stand because their chairs were wet. But the one thing that Bill and I also talked about was Drew didn't tap. He passed out. And you know what that means?
That's gonna play in.
We're gonna see this again.
Woo! Streamers.
Like here's my thing with this too, and like this is what I also was telling you. This match couldn't even main event a regular WWE pay-per-view.
No.
Which is if it main evented Mania, I was gonna be very mad. Because if it can't main event a regular pay-per-view, why is it gonna main event your biggest show of the year?
Exactly.
So I don't mind them doing this a second or third time if somebody bigger is going to come out of this. Like if you're truly waiting for Keith Lee, I don't mind doing this at Backlash or Extreme Rules or whatever the next pay-per-view is going to be. Yeah. But if this is going to lead to like Drew winning at the end and then like someone pointless getting it, like Orton, I'm going to be really mad.
Yeah. Oh, I would be too.
So my whole thing with this, it has to play off.
Mm-hmm.
But it was okay. The next match was Botch O Central.
And I hate saying that because it is a women's match.
Like I actually would have rathered a Royal Rumble. I would have rathered the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
So we start off with Lana and Naomi, and then Carmella and Billie Kay.
Terrible.
No, well, here was my thing. So first, I was shocked that Naomi didn't have like the colored hair.
I think because her outfit was so colorful. Like her whole outfit was very bright. So I don't think I think it would have been too much. I do love that Lana and Naomi actually dressed like a tag team. Like that. And I know Lana's very much like, if we're doing this, let's do this right. And I love that. But I love her passion.
And, we'll get to Lana. I'll get it.
Yeah. And Billie.
I was gonna get there. You can talk about it first.
Well, forever love Billie. Just
mocking like throughout the entire entrance, Carmella, because she didn't know what to do.
It was very Ms. Dow.
Because the thing is, like, at first she looked confused. I was like, why is she look confused? I was like, oh wait, no, that's the character. Because she
Yeah.
starts trying to play off everybody. I see my problem with Lana was the first botch.
Yeah,
Because Lana missed. It was either a kick or she was trying to do something off the rope and she missed.
yeah, that with the like with Billy, right?
Yeah.
And I guess because Billy, like, even though you're looking, like, Billy knows what's gonna happen, so she went down anyway. And I like how the commentary kind of played that off, but I'm also like, no,
So
no.
and I also thought like throughout, like we'll go like team by team, like this whole match too was very rushed. And
I
I
think it was all put together very last minute.
and I understand too they had to be out. So like this is the thing for tonight and tomorrow. They have to be done by midnight.
Yeah.
And they ended at 11:30. And you know, like Vince literally said, like no match is gonna get like short in time. Like we are going to finish. Like every match is gonna get the design time that they set it for. So I really didn't understand why this was so rushed.
I really think it was planned last minute. I really do. I don't
Fucking
think
showed
they
it.
put enough time into it, and it shows. And unfortunately, that is the wrestler's job to make it not show. But unfortunately, it showed.
So Carmella and Billy cheated to go to get into the next round, and the
Very
Riot Squad
smart, by the way.
very
I've
smart
never seen that before.
until they got caught in the next round against the Riot Squad, who had such an incredible showing. They did.
They did.
I know you're very upset they lost.
I'm very upset.
But I thought this was good. I mean, this part, like version or not version, this part. Not so much botchy, but I felt like Carmella and Billy were like trying to slow down and Liv and Ruby were trying to pick it up.
Yes.
And it just wasn't like I feel like the four of their chemistry just wasn't good.
No, it wasn't syncing. And it's Carmella and Billy have very different styles. So it didn't like if they worked on it more, if it wasn't very last minute, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But they couldn't get their styles together. And it just felt very off.
That's why they should put the Iconics back together.
Yes, put just like I would love to have a single run, but it was too early for them to. Ugh.
Hey, I'll call my people. I'll tell them.
Please.
So then they get eliminated, and now we get a trip and a wardrobe malfunction, which I missed. I saw it on Twitter. I missed it.
Yeah, twice.
It was both of them?
No, Dana both
Dana
times.
twice?
Just nip slip.
That's even worse. Okay, first of all, like, did you see Tommy Dreamer's tweet?
No.
Tommy Dreamer's tweet was like, anyone giving Mandy Rose like BS is a horrible person. Walking in wrestling boots down a ramp in the rain is so hard to do. So Mandy Rose, you're hardcore. This is why we love Tommy Dreamer, everybody.
I still laughed mad hard. That was the best day of my life.
I had problems with Mandy and Dana just because their gear was so similar and they both already have blonde hair that I couldn't tell. Like I first thought Dana was the one who fell.
No.
And you texted me and you're like, Mandy fell. And I'm like, wait, that was Mandy.
I wish Mandy could keep her short hair, but I feel like because Bailey has short hair and like a bob, they won't let her keep it. And I'm just like, oh.
Brands though.
I know. You know Vince. You know them.
I do know Vince.
But I liked the gear because it reminded me of bodybuilding. Like the part of the butt was like kind of like diaperish, but like but it was just so I feel like it didn't fit them.
It didn't.
Way like with especially in the nip slips, and I felt like that like made it harder to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like Dana's spinning neck breaker. That one she got so good at that one.
And then it comes down to the Riot Squad versus Natty and Tamina. And the one thing, and I texted you this, was Natty, I believe, I don't know if like it was scripted this way or like Natty just decided to do this. Natty was going to put on the sharpshooter. She looked at Tamina to have the moment. And like you could, like, I don't think it was planned just because you could see Tamina about to cry that Natty did that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like she looked so confused.
She was like, what do you mean me? What? And my thing is like, of course, if you don't know, I do work with wrestlers all the time. And a lot of the females I work with, when the question gets asked, who's the nicest person that you know in the business? every person says Natty.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what company they work for, everyone always says Natty. And that was such a cool moment.
Because she's a true veteran.
She's been there for like 12 years.
Yeah. She lifts every woman up. She's had her moments. Like, yeah, it's nice to have more and everything. Like, she wants more, but she's had those moments already. So she wants to she wants to pass it on to the younger generation, or even like to like her, like one of her closest friends, you know?
I think the right people won in this match.
I agree. Even though I love the Riot Squad, Tamina deserves a WrestleMania moment. It's been 10 plus years. She's never held a title, even though she's one of the strongest in the business. And I'm going to cry tomorrow.
I hope they win tomorrow.
Oh,
You also have to remember too, like they don't have to hold on to it for a long time. They can easily defeat the Riot Squad at Backlash.
Yeah.
So that could happen.
Yeah. I definitely think after this it's the Riot Squad.
Like even Cole was putting Liv over so much on commentary. And when Cole is putting you over on commentary, you made it.
Yeah. Oh, you're check.
So keep that in mind. Then we go to the heartbreak of the night. No. Okay, I'll talk about his new theme, because this was talks on Twitter. I believe it's a mix of all of his themes.
It sounded like it.
Kind of put together, because you could, like, the Burn It Down was there. His original theme was there when he broke out of the Shield. He had the fire. I liked his new gear. I feel like we're trying to go, like, he's, like, it's going to be, like, a presidential thing. And, like, he's going to try to run for president now, which is hilarious to me.
Oh, amazing.
But I'm still going to say this. I think it stole the weekend.
I agree. I was like, we're not through all the matches, but this is like money, like, wow, match of the weekend. Like, I was just like, this is so good.
And I'm not trying to be biased here just because I'm a Rollins fan, because I did say this. I said it on my predictions. I said it on the BCP. This is going to be the match of the weekend. And they're like, well, and I'm like, no, it is. Because you have to remember, Rollins and Cesaro go all the way back, like even before Ring of Honor and AAW, which was the indie promotion in Iowa where Rollins started. It's either AAW or IAW. It's one of them. They've known each other forever. They're best friends in real life.
Mm-hmm.
That you knew these two were going to have chemistry. It was clear back and forth. Rollins even brought out new moves, the corkscrew, the elbow to the back of the head. He brought the kickback that he did at Fastlane to Shinsuke that I was hoping he was bringing back. I thought Cesaro also looked very strong too.
Yes. Even
I liked how he did the spin, like without using his hands, and he was like on Rollins, like Rollins like on his shoulders, and he was just like the airplane thing. I thought that was really cool. I liked that too. His mouthpiece, it said WrestleMania on it. It wasn't his like normal one. I liked his gear. I thought his gear also stuck out. So see, I could put Cesaro over, guys. I'm not biased.
Woo!
I was just very angry. But Rollins is apparently a part of a new record. 23 swings is Cesaro's record. So good job.
And a total of 32.
Oh yeah, 32.
I love this match. I thought Cesaro looked so good, and if they're not pushing him, it's such a damn shame.
If they don't do anything with this, Rollins should have won.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah. But I felt so happy for him because it was his first WrestleMania like singles match, and he deserved that so much. He's so strong. That like you said, the spin with no hand, like on it, like the helicopter.
That was impressive.
Your neck has to be so strong, and your back. And you to keep that momentum. Rollins is amazing. That corkscrew, I loved. The Falcon Arrow. I swear to God, I say it with Michael Cole every time. I'm like, Falcon Arrow.
His counter into the pedigree. I jumped.
All the counters, beautiful. No mess up. Oh,
Rollins doesn't botch.
Neither does Cesaro.
They don't botch. I'm sorry, guys. Like, you will never, like, I guess except Hell in a Cell 2019. But you can go through any Rollins match, and he doesn't botch. All that, and when he tripped over the barricade at Raw. But besides those 2 times.
It wasn't in the match.
That is true. But besides those 2 times, Rollins is
Yeah, it's they know how. I love when best friends wrestle each other.
it shows.
It's I love it.
I'm just intrigued to see what he does next because I don't know.
I just, I'm telling you, Edge wins tomorrow.
See, but Edge is not my pick.
I
No,
know.
but I also said too, whoever is like the pinning or submission like duo. So example, if Edge pins Bryan, Edge and Reigns is going to wrestle at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, and then if Edge, because my pick Edge, because if Edge wins against Reigns, they're against Seth versus Edge.
Well, not the next pay-per-view.
No, like maybe SummerSlam
Well,
match of the year.
it will be, but someone has to turn a face for that to happen.
By SummerSlam, Edge again.
So that's my problem with this. The only person that this worked out for me is Bryan, and I don't think Bryan is going to win.
No.
So I am
technically his last WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I am hashtag screwed. But someone who had a very impressive debut, besides Bad Bunny, and we'll get to that, Grand Slam Styles.
Oh, is that the name?
That's the name I came up with on the podcast. And I said if they come out with shirts, I want a royalty check because I said it first.
Oh yeah.
But freaking Omos, look at his gear. He made Baron Corbin's for TGI Fridays gear look so freaking good.
Really? No,
You didn't like it?
No, I love Omos. I don't like Barons.
Well, I was just comparing because it was both like a vest.
Yeah.
Almost made it look better, but that was my comparison.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Well, what did you like the tag team match?
I did. I did like that AJ got beaten down. And then Omos had the big pop. I think that was brilliant instead of just them being down and him coming in. New Day's hilarious, and I love that Big E came out because I missed them all together. And Big E just, love that man. But I did like it. Omos is like tall and strong.
He's 7'3"
at 400 pounds apparently, and he's scary. But he did good. He plays the big man well. Like he makes it work.
I liked it. I liked it. I don't think they're gonna hold the tag titles for long.
It's just we have to find out who's gonna defeat them, who will be able to.
I believe a team's gonna. I don't know what team. I think a team's gonna come up from NXT. I just don't know who. I don't want to think. But my thing is, Raw don't have any tag teams.
No.
So that's my problem.
And then SmackDown does, and they don't use them.
So this is my problem thinking of like this. I don't want them to really hold it for a long time because I feel like at SummerSlam it'd be very interesting to have AJ and Omos wrestle against each other.
Ooh.
And then AJ put Omos over just like Rollins did Cesaro. I think that'd be kind of interesting, especially if you're gonna build Omos to be like the next big man.
Yeah.
Because then you could
can talk on the mic.
Yeah, and then you could also do like Omos and Strowman too, which would be Vince McMahon's dream match.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't want them to really hold it for a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't want the New Day to win. You know who could win? You know who?
Who?
Elias and Jackson Riker.
Oh yeah. I hate that man. Not Elias.
Jackson Riker. There's no tag teams.
I know.
Make one, WWE.
Please.
Speaking of Elias and Jackson Riker, we had the most pointless match of the weekend.
Better than expected, but still bad. At least in my opinion.
Shane, to me, the bump he took off the cage compared to what he's done wasn't that big to me.
I'm just impressed he can still do that.
Oh, I am too. But I'm just like,
yeah, no, compared to everything else he's done, it's just That was shorter height than the Hell in a Cell drop.
That was less impressive than the coast to coast he did to AJ in the opener of 33.
Yeah.
I like that they had the toolbox.
It came back.
That was cool. But yeah, this just wasn't it.
It was pointless. And then Braun started talking, and I was like, this is why the match sucks.
Don't talk in the ring. It doesn't work. This is why I hate Ronda Rousey.
I mean, it works for some people. I must admit.
It doesn't work for her.
No.
No. I think we're gonna I don't want to say the highlight. The impressor of the weekend is Bad Bunny gonna sign a contract?
Dude, you have no idea how bad I want him to. He is better than half the roster right now.
I'll start with you.
Destroyer. When I tell you, I was so hyped. And like the crowd was even more hyped than normal. Like he was pulling out Canadian destroyers. He did that move of Priest. Like he did a DDT, and I called that. I was like, oh, he's gonna do a DDT. I feel he did Hurricanrana.
He jumped off the top rope and did a better job than he did the Rumble.
Yeah, he did that really fast too. He didn't take his time. He just went at it. Dude, he was I was so happy. It was so good.
So I text you this, and I'm like, I like how they set this up. So I believe statistically, the Bad Bunny celebrity thing, he's the longest celebrity to last in the ring.
Yes.
With somebody. I'm pretty sure that is accurate because I'm just predicting. I liked how it wasn't, because the last time we saw this was SummerSlam 2014 with Stephen Amell. Yes. And Stardust. Even though someone tried to tell me that was 2015, and I was like, 2015 was in New York. Get your facts straight. Anyway. So when that match happened, we barely saw Stephen Amell do anything. Mm-hmm. Bad Bunny started the match, went throughout he was in there more than Priest. Mm-hmm. He was able to give Priest the hot tag, and I thought that was going to lead to Priest pinning to get the pin. And then, oh my God, here we are, we're putting Priest over. I was kind of shocked Bad Bunny took the pin, but this to me, I was not looking forward to this at all. This was very impressive to me. I'm very impressed with Bad Bunny. I was texting Nada, and I was like, look at all the videos, look what he's doing. And Brian was like, oh my God, why is he so good? And I'm like, you think I can answer that question? I really don't know. But the training that Adam Pearce and Drew Gulak did, good job. Yeah. It paid off. It paid off that he moved to the PC. Yes. And I was talking to my other friend about this. I would not mind if we saw him again.
Not at all. Just because it showed how much the passion he has for this business. Like, he loves it so much. He took bumps amazingly.
And you could also tell in the entrance he was taking it in.
Yeah. Oh, he was soaking that in.
He was like, this is happening. And I did also kind of say, like, that was going to be the cool down match. But I was like, how was the cool down? What?
Well, I told my mom, I was like, whenever I get famous, I want to be like Bad Bunny. I want to be able to be like, yo, WWE, I really want to do this.
I didn't realize Bad Bunny was that small either.
Yeah, he's tiny. And he's limb, and he's skinny, but
he's like my height.
How tall are you?
5'1".
No, he's a little taller.
Oh man.
He comes up to Damien's chest.
Oh wait, I have a picture. I gotta compare. I had the picture with Damian Priest.
Okay.
We gotta compare the pictures.
Yes.
But my friend also suggested, he was like, I wouldn't mind seeing Bad Bunny and Damian Priest in the tag team division.
Yeah. That's who defeats Omos and AJ.
Oh yeah, we go from the 7'3" man to the celebrity. What's the next major thing Bad Bunny's doing? Could bring the tag titles on that.
I mean, there's no touring going on right now. He has the time.
That is true. He did move. I don't know. Did he originally live in LA?
I think so.
He moved across the country.
Yeah.
So he clearly has time.
He has the time.
And with that, we go into our main event. I was shocked there was no big entrance. TBH.
I don't think it could because of COVID.
Well, no, I thought Banks were gonna have the car. Like a takeover.
Bunny had the truck.
You know, funny enough, when I saw the truck, I thought of Becky Lynch from last year.
Becky?
I was like, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, oh. So I believe they used the same car.
Oh yeah.
Killed it. Oh, I was like, Becky?
She made it. Because it was like right after the Hall of Fame thing. So I was like,
Yeah. Nice trolling, Rebecca Quinn.
ma'am, we have some words to discuss with you.
This is the second time. But
tomorrow.
There's still tomorrow.
There is. She hasn't trolled about tomorrow yet.
She only said night one.
Exactly.
No one said Rollins and Becky are flying back to LA tonight. Like, but okay, so like I don't like Sasha's green.
No.
I don't, but like why?
I saw someone compare it to Naomi and like, because Naomi was a big inspiration for like that, like all Black women, Black girls and everything. So it was kind of like I saw some like that. She's inspired by her. I don't know. I like the blue and green just because I'm crazy like that.
If it was like a blue and purple.
But she's done purple, so she want to add purple. She hasn't done green.
What is she gonna do next? Blonde?
No.
Orange? She's running out of colors.
That's a wig.
It is?
Yeah, she wears wigs. Her hair is black. She puts wigs on.
Ah.
Yeah. So like if she comes on Friday, she'll have just a blue wig. Like there's a time at one of the pay-per-views you saw her pull, or like a TV show, you saw her pulling her wig down a little bit. That's when she had like a headband. Yeah. I want to know what glue and like what they use. Maybe they sew it in, but
See how much I pay attention.
see how much I know about hairstyles.
Can't you see how much I know about mine?
Guys, we're two opposites, but that's what makes us alike.
I like how they before the match started, they were soaking it in. And they were both crying.
I almost cried. I felt so happy for them.
I like that. And for anyone who doesn't think that this should have main evented, you're a dumbass.
Yes. Thank you. The build-up might have been horrible, but the ending is what counts.
God, the 2 fights with people.
Did you?
Talk about that off air. That was a good one. What did you think before I give my very critical analysis?
I enjoyed it very much. I thought it was a great pace from the beginning to the end. Sasha being very smart using her hair. Very smart, because that could be a disadvantage to Bianca. Bianca showing her strength. Sasha like using her brain. The whole night I was like, Bianca, whip her. I missed that so much, and then she did. I stood up.
Did you see the mark? Did you see the mark on Sasha?
Because that's not hair. That's a weave, and that hurts. That is synthetic hair. But Bianca winning just because even though she hasn't been there that long, she's so impressive and so good as a home ground like wrestler. Being trained only from NXT just shows how far you can come. Like it's so the whole night was so good. They sold everything. I'm happy. I love when women.
I like this for a lot of reasons. I think it wasn't just Bianca dominating the whole time. It wasn't Sasha dominating the whole time. It was clear back and forth. And it was one of those matches that there were many reasons that both should win.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason Kyle specifically picked Sasha was because of her WrestleMania record.
Yeah.
And the reason I picked Bianca was because WrestleMania is a fresh start. And you need fresh feuds, which is why Rhea needs to beat Asuka in 5 freaking minutes tomorrow. That's all I've read. And that doesn't happen. gonna scream on our night 2 review. I'm gonna be so mad. But I like this. I think that this was the right decision to main event because, like you said, if Bobby and Drew would have main evented, I feel like people wouldn't have been as invested. I feel like the crowd was so into this because they knew it was going to be good. And even though the build sucked, people knew from day one that this was the match they wanted to see ever since Bianca was drafted to SmackDown in November.
Yes.
And it was all worth it. And even I'm so mad that they cut the live feed off. Montez came to the ring.
Did he? Oh,
And he was carrying Bianca on his shoulder like last year.
true love.
And they cut it off. Did you see her parents' reaction?
Her dad almost went over the barricade.
I was like, because they kept on showing it on the camera. And I'm like, is that supposed to be? And I'm like, wait, I didn't think they were allowing parents or family there. And I was like, oh, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be me too.
Yeah, that would be, yeah. If that was my child, hell yeah.
I would be.
Yeah.
I'd be like the Mrs. Dad. Like, give me my moment.
Yes.
But this was really good. I'm excited for this. You could also, like I said too, I said this, Bailey.
Yeah. Even though we said it before, it would still work.
Because all you could do is, well, now that you're the champion, I've beaten you before.
Yeah.
Bailey should be the first feud. That's how you get her back on TV. You can do that on like 2 pay-per-views. That's what you need to do. You could do Sasha and Sasha can go away for a while. You could do Sasha and Bianca at SummerSlam again.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you need to book.
Yeah.
Someone needs to sign me up for creative.
We made history today. Like it just, I love being a woman in wrestling. Like, I'm not in wrestling, but being a woman watching wrestling with women main eventing just shows how much we can succeed. Even with so much hate, like they listened to us. They were like, we got that hashtag out there, and they listened
for multiple nights. It wasn't just like, it was like every SmackDown for the past 3 weeks with different hashtags for Vince to be like, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm happy. It ended so well.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate the whole night?
The whole night. I'll give it like an 8. 2 points off for like 2 matches I didn't want to watch.
I give it an 8 -1 for Rollins losing. And the other one for the steel cage. Hey, it's true. I'm sorry. I'm very angry. But I'm really hoping that the rain doesn't play a factor because the rain's supposed to be worse tomorrow.
I know. I saw it. It's supposed to be all day.
I know.
They better cover something.
Well, they put a tarp. Well, okay, I saw a picture. I don't know how true this is. I saw a picture, and they put a tarp on the roof. I don't know. I guess they did that during the 30-minute delay.
Oh, I guess.
And then there was like a bubble of water that looked like it was about to pop. And they were like, if this pops, we are screwed. And
yeah, because that's a flood.
I was like, oh no.
Those poor cutout cardboards.
The poor event chairs that blew over. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's what I'm concerned about. So hope and pray that the WrestleMania gods last out tomorrow with the rain.
Really gonna be fighting God again.
Hey, that's gonna be the WrestleMania main event in Dallas. God versus.
It's gonna be a great match for life.
Hey, there's a roof on AT&T Stadium. This won't happen.
They don't get rain.
Oh, I was calling my dad. My dad's like, aren't you happy we didn't go to Tampa? And I'm like, you're happy we didn't go to Tampa. I'd be screaming. I'd be like, this is what you gotta do. All you gotta do is this, you moron. Don't bring me to a live show.
Oh, I can't wait to be with you at a live show.
You sure?
Yes. Because I am a quiet one and you're the loud one and it works.
See, but if he's on the card, you're in for a show.
Oh, I'm ready. Dude, I'm ready for anything. This is going to be our first pay-per-view together. So I'm down for anything.
Where can we follow you on socials, my dude?
Skylar underdash 5 times Nicole at Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
You could like this video, comment what you all thought about Mania. You could rant about it. You could say how Rollins deserved to lose and all that jazz. And oh wow, Becky teased again.
God dang it.
She said nothing is guaranteed here tonight, tomorrow. What's next? Over. Just kidding. Congratulations, Sasha and Bianca. Way to make history.
Does that sell out night 2?
No, it's spelled out night 1.
Oh.
Oof. But you can like this video, comment what y'all thought, click that bell for notifications, subscribe. We will be back here for night 2. And what a show we have for you tomorrow.
Woo.
Adios, amigos.